The wild boar is becoming an increasingly significant ecological and agricultural threat in many regions of the world, including the United States of America, Europe, and Australia, among others. These animals are responsible for the widespread destruction of crops, the degradation of soil, and, in some cases, pose risks to human safety. Their populations are rapidly increasing, and they are responsible for these things. As a consequence of this, wild boar hunting has evolved from a recreational activity into an essential wildlife management strategy with the objective of reestablishing ecological equilibrium. During one of these operations, a group of trained hunters arrived at a specific location that was widely recognized for the presence of wild boars in recent times. Following the completion of the terrain assessment, the group noticed movement on a hillside that was nearby. An appearance was made by wild boar that appeared to be unaware of their presence. As soon as the hunter saw the animal, he quickly took position, fired a single round, and immediately rendered it defenseless. Approximately 10 minutes later, additional members of the team responded to the sound of hunting dogs engaged in pursuit of the target. An unexpected charge from a large boar toward one of the hunters ratcheted up the intensity of the pursuit. A minor injury was sustained by the individual during the encounter, despite the fact that they had quick reflexes and had taken a defensive shot. After some time, the animal was located and brought to a stop approximately 200 meters away from where it had been walking. The unpredictability of wild boar hunts is highlighted by incidents such as which have occurred here. Additionally, they emphasize the significance of maintaining composure, making use of the appropriate equipment, ensuring that there is clear communication among members of the team, and adhering to safety protocols in order to minimize risk. During the course of the team's ongoing surveillance of the region, they discovered yet another group of wild boars situated beneath the thick vegetation. After receiving this information, the hunters coordinated their approach, taking up positions and beginning a volley of fire that was synchronized with each other. Several animals were successfully captured by the authorities. Subsequently, a separate report indicated that the boar was running away, which prompted an immediate pursuit. As a result of persistent efforts and coordinated strategies, the animal was eventually captured, despite the fact that it initially resisted being captured. Increased coverage was achieved by the hunters through the modification of their formation in order to expand the search area. After following a trustworthy lead, one of the members came across two boars at the same time and was able to successfully neutralize both of them, which was an unexpected but welcome outcome. There was yet another high-speed pursuit that took place on a neighboring ridge, which was a parallel operation. The target, which was extremely nimble, managed to avoid being hit by multiple shots before being finally stopped. These circumstances illustrated the need for adaptability that is necessary during missions of this nature. While the group was making their way down from the mountain, they came across yet another boar. To prevent the animal from escaping, prompt action was taken to capture it before it could get away. Due to the severity of its wounds, it was eventually brought under control, despite the fact that it had initially fled. The threat that wild boars present is not merely a theoretical concern. It is notoriously difficult to deter these animals using conventional methods such as fencing or trapping because they can weigh several hundred kilograms and are notoriously difficult to control. Because of this, managed hunting initiatives have developed into an essential instrument for rural communities to use in their fight against the threat. Within the depths of a forest, one such mission took place over the course of 7 hours. At the break of dawn, the group made their way along a narrow path, with the distinct barking of hounds serving as their guide. The signal was received, and a boar was quickly brought down after it was received. In a short period of time after that, another animal emerged from higher ground and was also stopped by a single shot. Over the course of subsequent encounters, successful takedowns were achieved as a result of the application of patience and strategic positioning. The use of elevated vantage points, such as hunting blinds, enabled clear visibility and improved accuracy in the hunting activity. There was a female hunter on the team who spotted a small herd of animals, but the animals fled before she could get a clear shot at them. It was quickly decided to implement a secondary strategy, which ultimately led to another member of the team successfully intercepting the target. Throughout the course of the day, additional boars emerged, each one making an attempt to escape through the dense underbrush. After maintaining their composure, the team was able to successfully eliminate a number of animals through coordinated efforts. Not only did these encounters demonstrate skill, but they also demonstrated discipline and a serious regard for safety. Over the past few months, urban areas have started complaining about an alarmingly high number of wild boar sightings within the boundaries of the city. In the past, animals were only found in rural areas and farmland, but now they are making their way into residential areas, which has caused local authorities to express grave concern. The sudden appearance of these individuals in populated areas is indicative of a change in behavior and brings to light the expanding scope of the current issue. Specialized teams have been dispatched in response to the situation in order to carry out emergency hunts in the nearby mountainous forests that are believed to be home to the animals. Because of the terrain, each mission is made more difficult and requires both precision and preparation. The terrain presents its own unique set of challenges, such as dense vegetation and limited visibility. The goal of these efforts is to maintain consistency, to manage the population of wild boars in a responsible manner, to minimize risks to public safety, and to protect both agricultural assets and natural environments. It is a challenging endeavor to locate wild boars in areas with dense vegetation. When it comes to tracking these elusive animals, however, experienced hunting teams frequently rely on dogs that have been specially trained. As soon as the hounds start barking, it is a clear indication that an organized ambush is about to begin. Hunters quickly disperse themselves and approached from a variety of different directions. The boars are thrown into confusion as a result of this strategy, which results in sudden movement, the perfect opportunity to take action. The silence is broken by the sound of gunfire as the coordinated effort gets underway. Due to the reverberations of gunshots and the sounds of animals running away in the distance, the atmosphere in the forest becomes increasingly intense. Despite the fact that many targets are successfully intercepted, a significant number of others are able to make their way deeper into the undergrowth. The operation is carried out without any interruptions. An enormous wild boar suddenly makes its way through the underbrush while the scouting efforts are in progress. Rapid responses are absolutely necessary. A well-placed shot eliminates the danger that was present. As a result of these encounters, the urgency and unpredictability of such missions are brought into focus. Keeping a watchful eye out for wild boars is essential because they frequently appear in both groups and as solitary individuals. Dogs that have been trained to track animals continue to do so with a dogged determination, even as the animals make an attempt to flee. Hunters are quick and precise in their actions whenever they have the opportunity to do so. Every single shot is precise, and every single movement is deliberate. When there is no time for rest, the team maintains its concentration and continues to search the forest for indications of additional activity. There are some boars that make an attempt to escape, but the outcomes are more favorable when careful planning and perseverance are utilized. As a result of ambush positions that have been meticulously selected, more targets are eliminated. As a result of the sound of firearms, the remaining animals are startled, which causes them to become disorganized. They continue their pursuit, making sure that no trail is left unchecked, despite the fact that they are making an effort to conceal themselves. The hunting teams are motivated by a strong sense of duty because they have seen the extent of the damage that these animals cause, which includes the destruction of crops, as well as the potential dangers that they pose to human safety. Even the most insignificant targets can be dealt with in an appropriate manner if calm coordination and precise action are utilized. At the precise moment when it seems as though the mission is starting to wind down, unexpected movement on a hillside draws attention. At the very last moment, a small group of boars makes an attempt to flee. A prompt response from the hunters guarantees that these targets will also be captured within the time limit. Each shot reverberates through the forest, signaling yet another successful attempt. There is a sense of both excitement and danger that comes along with the thrill of the hunt. There is a growing concern that extends beyond the immediate challenge, and that is the fact that wild boars are no longer restricted to rural landscapes. The number of reports indicating that these animals are entering urban areas is growing, which has led to significant concerns regarding safety and has prompted emergency interventions. Some hunting teams have been working on this mission for a number of years. Since the initial reports of crop destruction near populated areas, these operations have become a part of an ongoing effort to control the population of wild boars and to mitigate the impact that they have on communities. In the unpredictable environment of dense forests, each expedition is a test of endurance, skill, and coordination. This is especially true in the setting of dense forests. Before venturing into such regions, teams meticulously prepare themselves by inspecting all of their equipment and making certain that every member is aware of the mission plan. Moving forward is a slow and calculated process because there is little visibility and the possibility of danger at every turn. There is a frequent predominance of silence in the environment, but the tension is high. Within a matter of seconds, decisions need to be made whenever movement is detected. In one instance, a boar that is moving quickly is spotted, and all that is required is a single shot that is taken at the right moment. As the team continues to move forward, they come across yet another group of boars. With the precision that comes from years of training, the team reacts, ensuring yet another successful outcome. One of the most important aspects of these efforts is communication. Alerts are immediately dispatched whenever it is observed that a group of boars is moving in the direction of another member of the team. An individual hunter, who was already on high alert, noticed the animals crossing his path and responded with a single shot that was accurate, which resulted in the animals dispersing and eliminating the threat. Wild boars are notorious not only for their tendency to be aggressive but also for their intelligence, which makes them opponents that are difficult to predict. There are dogs that are barking and teammates who are shouting directions, both of which contribute to the intensity of the moment. Even though there is a lot of tension, experienced members keep their focus. As soon as a target is discovered, it is dealt with in a responsive and responsible manner. While some members remain in formation, others venture further into the terrain outside of the formation. The sound of movement is a visual cue that indicates the presence of another animal from a distance. As soon as the confirmation is received, immediate action is taken, which ultimately leads to another controlled interception situation. The team relocates to a new location in the afternoon, which is considerably closer to a residential neighborhood. A sizable herd unexpectedly enters the zone, completely oblivious to the trap that is waiting for them there. This is followed by a surge of activity. It doesn't take long to bring down one of the boars, while the others quickly flee into the forest. There is another member of the team who is keeping a watchful eye on the patient. Whenever there is a detection of movement, immediate action is taken. Only one shot is required to guarantee the safety of the area. Subsequently, a report indicates that a number of additional animals are getting closer to the forest edge. In a matter of minutes, the team arrives at the location where the incident occurred. The presence of the dogs barking serves as confirmation that the targets are getting closer. At the moment that the animals are brought into view, they are immediately and decisively stopped. The persistent increase in the number of sightings of wild boars highlights the significance of taking preventative measures to manage wildlife.